Unit 4, day 5, though there is no day 3 and 4. That said, here, if you can draw a picture, some of you are artists. I want you to draw a picture of a head. Why is it in black?
There's a problem with black colors.
Right, fine. That's the person, that's their nose. For those who are not artists, it's a circle, an angle sign, and a period. This person's face is always where theta is. Theta is a Greek letter. Oh, that's why it's doing that. Theta is a Greek letter. It's like we have A, B, C, D. The Greeks have alpha, beta, delta, theta. Theta's in there somewhere.
Is that one that those for like some
Yeah. So theta is used often. If you do enough math, you will learn most of the Greek letters, like pi is a Greek letter. Eventually, sigma use that for a standard deviation. Nonetheless, here is the face. They can put theta right here in the corner, which is what you normally do. They can put theta up here in the top corner. Okay, this is the extra one. When you get good at regular, that's going to be how they're going to fool you. You can go in the back and grab the 2 sheets that are missing. They're going to put theta up there, and that's how they're going to try and fool you. But for now, let's see if this movie thing helps you. So that when they put it up there, you're like, no big deal. I know where I'm watching the movies from. When I'm in the theater, let's find that out. We'll pause it. Well, let's say what we're watching, then we'll find out where you like to sit in the theater and what your favorite movie is. Here we go. This guy is watching a movie. He's in his seat. Or erased. Fine. He's in his seat. Circle, circle. Boom. Got on his headset. I don't know why he's wearing his headset in the theater. He's sitting down or whatever. Hands on the armrest, unless the person next to him is hogging it. But whatever, that's cool. He's watching the movie over here. He watches the movie on the screen on the opposite side of the theater. Okay. He watches on the opposite side of the theater, which eventually, that O, I'm going to tell you to put in your O-A-H. There are 3 letters that you'll put when you're in the theater. His feet, they go on the ground. The ground is adjacent to his feet. Adjacent means next to. Your butt is adjacent to your seat. Your back is adjacent to the back of the chair. Adjacent. So this bottom section, only write the whole word one time. Opposite. Opposite. Adjacent. I think I'm putting a D in it. I'm not sure. I'll feel it. It does? Adjacent? I hope I'm spelling it right. It feels weird. No, and adjacent. Yeah. Your face, English. You don't need English. No, I'll have students to help me. How about that? And my kid's he's taking spelling tests at his school. And a world where there's a red line when you misspell it. You right-click on the word, boom, you have options. Usually the top one wins. Adjacent, and since the other kids can't spell either, it doesn't really matter. UR means you are, or you're. Come on, adjacent. The O will be important, the A will be important, and hypotenuse, they use H for it. Hypotenuse, hypotenuse. Okay, it's not going to go. I don't want to get hypotenuse. And the other guy does it, and then whatever. Hey, mister! And then we're all laughing or whatever. A new movie called, this is with a cat, Keanu. It's the name of the cat. I'm going to see it. Half is going to be funny, but like in all movies that you do for comedians. So here it goes. Tick, 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 tick. Sine, cosine. How can I say this? I wish, oh, do me a favor. One time do this, one time do this. This is for when you get into Algebra 2A, Unit 6. This is going to come up again, but they're going to put inside of a circle, and I hope that what I'm about to say to you here will make that connection. Like, wait a second. Now I know why sine is the y stuff, and why cosine is the x stuff. I get it. All right, so let's see if we can do this. Why am I drawing the same thing they have there? Okay. Hey, we know this thing, y, x, we've seen it all the time. I'm going to graph on the xy plane. What they did here is they had the xy plane, they just drew a line to connect something on the y. I wish I had different colors, but with something on the x. When you connect these two, it is true you have a right triangle. Here is the y line, hopefully you can see it. which is why they have a y on there. Here is the x line. Hopefully you can see it. That's why they have an x here. They put an h here because on a right triangle, the longest side, the side that goes woo, is always called the hypotenuse. I want to make that connection just so you can feel like here they just give you a triangle. So this triangle comes from the xy plane and then connecting two dots on it. All right, let's see how this thing works. Let's just tell you some stuff. Sine. Sine is, no, okay, let's try this way. The hypotenuse is kind of the most important part of a right triangle in the middle. So when you get sine, we're going to connect, we're going to compare the y to the hypotenuse. Like, we're going to compare this guy to the most important person in the room. So sine is, not sure, I'll write it, the opposite side, where you're watching the movie from, hop over hop. Yes, it's type, but hop rhymes, and it helps me in high school remember that. Sine is hop over hop. The movie screen over the angle at which you're watching the movie. Your sight line to the top of the screen is the hypotenuse. Let's do cosine. Cosine is where your feet are. Adjacent. Adjacent is going to be the floor. Adjacent. ADJ. Come on. ADJ over the hypotenuse. It's always comparing it to the most important person in the room. A, slow, D, J. Tim Burton, huh? He did. Edward Scissorhands. What are some other movies he did? Besides,
Corpse Bride.
those are also the moving things. Okay. Does he do, what is, other than the claymation thing, are there other regular, like, regular movies, huh? As you think about it,
Yeah, he did.
tangent is going to be sine over cosine. Sine over cosine. I know him and Johnny Depp are good friends. That's what you do in Hollywood, and that's what you do here in class. That's a good life lesson. Let's pause it right there. It's going to be, what is it? It's going to be op over adjacent. I did not watch Batman when they had Mr. Freeze in it, just for the record. Yeah.
Nobody did.
And Ivy or whatever. That's my life. Let's just make some money. He's
Well,
a
George
Terminator.
Clooney was the worst Batman ever.
What? I don't remember, but I remember being bad.
George Clooney was the worst.
Why was he bad? All right, let's.
The Batman suit legit had nipples on it, dude.
But he didn't make the. Let me check it out. It's a war movie though.
Well, it's not like too bloody or anything. There's like a little bit of blood because it's a war movie, but it's a good movie.
Let's do tables. You want help, or you can do it on your own. Ask what number goes here. You want to be part of a group, or okay? All right. So sine, cosine. You and I will do tangent, Andrew. All right. This side here. Well, first let me ask. Someone tell me where I'm going to put the H next to what number? 13. Very nice. Someone different. Tell me where I'm putting the O.
5.
All right. Say it again. Yeah, which I haven't seen, but see for in any case, H, of course, rather A is the last thing there. So do me a favor, even if you put in the numbers already, put in the letters that go for each one. The reason you need the letters, eventually somebody's gonna say Sokotoa, so some Native American kid could be offended that they're still using that. Well, whatever, we still use it.
I'm Native.
You're Native American. Yeah. Put in the letters. You probably put in the numbers already. Put in the letters where they go. The reason you put in the letters Sokotoa.
How do you know which way the letters go?
It's supposed to be a word. You used to say it like a Native American, but at the time we were saying Indian and whatever. But Toa. I'm sure if you live in DC where they don't want to change the name of the football team, like dang, and the Redskins like, all right, man, let it go. You can do it. Change it. Sokotoa. Sokotoa is supposed to tell you where the letters go for sine and O and a H, cosine and A and a H, Toa and O and A. All right, this side of the room over here. Hey, what do we got for, first we'll do the numbers and I'll put in the letters after. What are the numbers? Where do they go? What's on top? What's on the bottom?
Wait.
You're going to be with me on Toa. Over here, 3, Richard, Jay, or Rihanna. 5O over 13, the H. Very nice. Cosine, people, what you guys got? Yeah, it's over 13. You and me, what do we have? What's the O and the A, Andrew? It's you and me. Don't let me down, man. Look for the O. Look for the O and see what's next to the O. Tell me that on top. I'll put in the letters so, O, That's right, Matthew will offend a whole group of people just so that you can memorize stuff. All right, do this. Go ahead and try the second one. Put in your. They made that movie right after Robert Redford and Brad Pitt made a similar movie, and they have blonde hair. I assume they did it for that reason. Here comes. I can't think of that movie. This is why you shouldn't deny kids to see movies until they're 16, because now they grow up now just watch movie and movies. Some movies that are good, and I'm edging into the bad section. Like Quentin Tarantino movies, I'm starting to see some of those. They shoot a lot of people in them, apparently. And they use language as well.
But they're good movies.
Yeah, the story is. I saw Hateful Eight. I'm happy I saw it. Now, in any case, down here, so. Ka. Toa. Toa. Oa. All right. This side of the room, what am I putting in for the sign? What two numbers?
36.
Yeah, once you have the SOHCAHTOA thing, that's no big deal. Over there, what are we putting for the cosine? 1539.
1738.
Yeah. So usually what I have students do is, what'd you say? For hours? What'd you say ours was?
No, I was joking. It's 3615.
Right. What I tell students, 36, is to put in your HOA. Once you put in your HOA and you remember SOHCAHTOA, then there are only a few places that can go 36, which is why on the test they can't give that many of them. Say again? No, they say education is stunted when the kids are hungry.
Keep switching over.
Say it again?
Every time you tap it, it switches over.
What do you think that means?
You need to erase one.
If I were me, what would I do?
Do a magic trick. Black.
All right, now someone take a guess. It says here, take a guess. Take a guess what the missing length would be. Defend your answer. Anybody want to put out the thing? And then we can what you put. What do you think?
12.646.
How did you get your answer? Or why did you choose that? Oh, pause. Anybody have an answer different than that? That we can find out there. Hopefully there was a different answer. You and I were talking. All right. Anybody else besides just a random number? Okay. All right. Again? Same guy? All right. What did you say? One. How did you choose? Why did you choose it?
Because
Here's a 10, and the angle that's associated with the side that's associated with the angle 10 is that guy. Here they turn this guy into 30, maybe by multiplying the 10 by 3, maybe. I don't know that they did necessarily. Therefore, this thing is probably this thing times 3, which I know you guys didn't have calculators, which probably produces this. We have 3.88 cents. You probably have something like $2.64. A good choice. That's a good defense of it. All right, see if you guys can fill in the one that's below it, and then we're going to give you the other sheet.
Wait.
Well, actually, good job, Alden. I can use trigonometry. Hey, whenever you hear trigonometry, here's what your brain should think. You don't have to know all of it. You just need to know, hey, trigonometry is when we look at a right triangle. Say whatever junk we can say about a right triangle, and we're doing trig. All right. I use trigonometry. It's done. We'll have to get another stable for now. To solve for missing sides and angles on a right triangle.
That's Tim's last name, right? Trig?
Yeah, Tim Trig. And he's a math guy. He can really work that. Does he ever work it? Like today, class, I'm Tim Trig, and we're going to learn trig. You ever do that? Come on, Tim, really? That's like being named Tim, and you teach about Bible. There was Timothy in the Bible. I'm Tim, his little brother. You know, like that. Nothing.
People like that deserve respect.
All right. That's like me. I'm Enrique. I got nothing. All right, so trigonometry, here it is. We just did it a second ago. The whole op and hop thing. How come green doesn't get one? All right, so put a check mark on this page. Yeah, I've been there, done that. How about that? I'll do that. We're moving now, people. Oh, shoot, this page doesn't even matter. I'm expecting to say something about it. What can I say about this thing? This top guy is, sine. What can I say about sine? From 0 to 90 degrees. What can I say to that? Hey, let's try this on this guy. These are your x's. I'm going to say something about relationships and x's. We're going to do x's. If anyone had one, no. Ooh, that'd be a spicy conversation. This is how you feel about them right now. Your x. Now, if you didn't have an x, you just pass or whatever. But if you have had an x, and some of us have gotten over it. Cool. At first we didn't like them. We disliked them. We maybe even hated them. We may have pulled their pictures that night. We've seen that done before. Woo-hoo. Yeah, sisters can be gruesome when they don't. All right. But some of us are like over it. Whatever. We are going to break up eventually. You know, they cheated on us. Oh, they didn't cheat. No, they cheated. Yeah, they weren't just friends. All right, let me move on. All right, here comes, do me a favor. Choose, if you can get 3 numbers, choose 3 x's. Choose 3 x's. And see if you can find out who their new partners are. How about that? What are the x's? These are the x's. These are your numbers for the x's. What about other partners? Well, these are the numbers. See how they're divided. See if you can do 3. Do an easy one or do a hard one? Let me try a hard one. Let's see. Where are you hitting the corner of a box? That's easy to do.
30.
Yeah, but I want you to have an easy one, so I don't want to steal the 31. Yeah, that's obviously got me. I'm gonna do 10. Dang it. 10 is not a good choice. Good.
18. 15. Stop recording.
Fine. 15, he says. Try 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Good work. So you're 15. Who's your partner? Oh, yeah, thank you. 15 goes with 25 cents. Yeah, do 2 more. 15 goes with 25 cents. What I would do to check the red line, anywhere the red line hits a perfect corner, then go with it. I got to move on from there.
We don't have like a good like frame.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? All right, forget it then. Let's keep going. All right, I only did it because they put it in there. You really don't need it.
Do we check it off?
Yeah. Hey, how to find the missing sides using trigonometry? We just did this. Please draw. Where does the face go? The face goes where they give you a degree. Now, these are actually a little trickier. You need a calculator. So let me start it here. I'm going to draw my face. I'm watching the movie this way. What am I watching? Jurassic Park 3. I wonder what's going to happen in this movie. I wonder if the animals are going to get out and chase people. No, there's no way they can do that 3 times and still sell the movie. Wait a second. They did it 3 times. Sold the movie. Whatever. Thought that counts. So, can't erase. Just I do. So, oh yeah. Oh, so they tell me I don't know how this is going to give me the answer to this problem though. 7, I'm putting in the letters. H. What are you? You're O because I'm watching the movie. And your A.
They like added so many unnecessary SoCa.
Yeah. So here they gave me the O and the H. The 2 that they give you tells you which thing to use up there. What thing up there has an O and an H? Oh, the same does.
I have a question.
Ask it.
Where do you know where beta was for that one?
Wherever the degree is, that's where you're watching the movie. So I'm watching the movie down here to over there. All right, so here it comes. How do I set it up? I go sine of 32 of the degree equals, where's the O? A 4 over the missing piece, which happens to be the letter X. Not hard. That's not the answer, but that's how you set it up. Try to set up the second one in line. How do you start out by setting it up? You start by drawing a face where you're watching the movie. At the degree is where you're watching the movie. The O is the opposite side of the screen. The H is always the same. He never changes. It's just the O and the A that switch places depending on where you're watching the movie. The question on this next one, am I going to use so, ka, or toa? How do we know? Which letters do they give us information for? They put a Y on the H. Okay, I know I'm using an H. They put a number on the A. Do I use the O? Because there's nothing on the O, you don't use it. So this one is going to be AH is going to be a ka. And then we just put sine, or rather cosine of 62. I got to solve at least one of these before you leave. That way you know, like, oh, that's all you do. Just switch places and then put in the calculator. Yep. Where are you? You're 3.4. I don't know what's down below, but it can't do much different. It has to be a so, a ka, or a toa. All right, Tom, so we need you to solve one of these for us so that we know how to do it. Because we're not going to watch a little movie. Yeah, I know you're filming 20 minutes. I don't know why you're wasting your time doing that. Unless I'm like absent, and then I have to watch it already. I just want to come and ask you, hey, how do I do these? So what you will say, have you watched the movie? Which you will say, yeah, but I didn't get this one part. Like, no, you're lying. You didn't watch the movie. Nobody watches the movie. That one dude who sits there, and I believe him. All right, here we go. Hey, Thomas, how are you going to solve this? Like, how are you going to get the answer? And you know what x is. The rule is this. If x is on the bottom, you just switch places. X equals 4 over sine 32. If x is on the bottom, they just switch places. Hey, but Thomas, what if the letter's on the top? Okay, whatever number's on the bottom just goes to the other side. If you're on the bottom, you're going to the other side. All right, so let's just do 2. Let me see, like, and then we go.
Y is 62 and X is 32?
I don't know what you mean, but this is. Well, let me do it, and then let's see what you think. If what you're saying is what you mean. When x is on the bottom, these two guys switch places. X is now over here. The 4 didn't move, but the sine 32 did move.
Also, you move sine 32 instead of just 32?
Yeah, because sine 32 is the whole thing. This isn't sine times 32, it's sine 32. It's the whole thing.
What's sine mean?
You don't even want to know. Here comes cosine 32. What do I do when the number's on the bottom, the letter's on top? Well, no big deal. This guy here just goes to the other side, period. Watch this. 3.4 times, well, I should put that in parentheses. I should put a raised dot. Actually, I should just put it in front of cosine because numbers next to letters. Oh, shoot. I'm going to write it and see how they do with it. Take a look at that. Go out and punch stuff in the calculator and we're done. So step one, hey, set it up. Step 2, after the letters on the bottom, switch places. Step 3, in your calculator, please punch 4 divided by, find the sine button, hit it, and put 32, hit equal, you win. 4 divided by sine 32. This guy over here, you're going to do 3.4 times, find the cosine button, hit 62, the end. So let's see who can do it. If you can't do it, I will help you. Final answer, I'll put you in black.
Okay, wait. Guys, one more time.
One is going to be a division problem. The other one is going to be a multiplication problem. You have to punch in the things that you see. A fraction hit the top number first, and the other one hit the bottom number second.
Button for sine.
There should be one on there.
Oh, yeah.
What is it near?
Sin.
Good. Yeah, some people say sin, though, of course. It's shorthand for S-I-N-E sign.
How do we get the fraction?
It's a division. 4 divided by. Actually, the division button. I have no idea what he's doing.